Hey friends, and welcome back to Bipolar Talks, where we explore every facet of living with bipolar disorder in a mindful, compassionate, and honest way. Whether you're tuning in while driving, walking, or winding down for the night, thank you for choosing to spend this time with us. In this episode, we'll walk you through the 8 different types of bipolar disorder, including Bipolar I Disorder, Bipolar II Disorder, Cyclothymia, Cyclothymic Disorder, Bipolar NOS, not otherwise specified, rapid cycling, bipolar with psychotic features, mixed features, anxious distress. We go beyond the textbook definitions to explain what each type feels like, how it shows up in real life, and why so many people are misdiagnosed or misunderstood. Now, this isn't just a list, it's a deeper understanding of the many ways bipolar shows up in real lives. Because it's not one size fits all, and the more we understand the differences, the better we can support ourselves and those we love. Before we get started, please take a second to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode. That small action helps others discover this supportive space and might be the lifeline someone else needs today. So grab a tea, find your calm, and let's explore this journey together. Understanding the basics. It starts with mania. Most people think bipolar is all about depression, but here's something surprising. The different types of bipolar are actually diagnosed based on how we experience mania. That's right, mania is the key factor. So many people only talk to their doctors about feeling low. But if you don't also mention the highs, especially the ones that feel good, like hypomania, it's easy to walk away with the wrong diagnosis and only get prescribed antidepressants. And that can actually make things worse if bipolar is really the issue. Have you ever had a period of high energy or euphoria that felt too good to be true? Let's keep going. You might recognize something familiar. Let's start with bipolar type 1, the type most people think of when they hear the word bipolar. This type includes episodes of full-blown mania, which means the highs go way beyond typical excitement or energy. Mania can look like not sleeping for days, feeling like you're invincible, making risky decisions without seeing the danger, or even becoming so disconnected from reality that you experience delusions or hallucinations. Some people feel like they're chosen by a higher power or that they have superhuman abilities. It can feel euphoric at first, but it often crashes hard and leaves deep consequences. Here's the thing. Even just one episode of full mania that lasts a week, or less if hospitalization is involved, can qualify someone for a bipolar I diagnosis, even if they've never had a depressive episode. What makes this really difficult is that many of us don't realize we're in mania. It can feel amazing or productive at the beginning, so it's hard to recognize that it's actually part of a disorder. Often it takes external consequences like hospitalization, legal trouble, or concerned loved ones to bring awareness. Have you ever looked back at a time when everything felt like it was too much? The energy, the confidence, the racing thoughts, and realized it wasn't quite you? You're not alone. Let's keep going. Now let's talk about bipolar type 2, sometimes referred to as the quieter twin of type 1. But don't let that fool you. Type 2 can be incredibly painful and disruptive. Here's what sets it apart. People with type 2 experience at least one major depressive episode and at least one episode of hypomania. Hypomania is like mania's little sibling. You might feel energized, creative, extra confident, even a bit impulsive, but not out of control. You can feel like your best self. Until the depression hits. And that's the kicker. Depression in type 2 is often long-lasting and debilitating, lasting months or even years. It's not just feeling sad. It's a deep, overwhelming heaviness that can make basic functioning feel impossible. What makes type 2 tricky is that most people don't recognize hypomania as a problem, so they don't tell their doctor about it. They only talk about the depression, which can lead to a misdiagnosis. Ever had a time where you felt unstoppable and then crashed into months of emotional darkness? This could be a piece of the puzzle. Let's keep going and see what else you connect with. Next, we have cyclothymia or cyclothymic disorder. This one doesn't get talked about as much, but it's still very real and very disruptive. Cyclothymia involves ongoing mood swings that last at least 2 years, but they're not quite intense enough to meet the criteria for full mania or major depression. Still, they take a toll. You might have stretches of feeling low. Not fully depressed, but not okay either. And then a few days or weeks where your mood lifts, your energy spikes, and you feel almost manic. But here's the hard part. These cycles can happen over and over again, and you might never feel fully stable for long. The moods shift more than most people's normal ups and downs, and it can affect work, relationships, and your sense of identity. Have you felt like your emotions have their own rhythm, and it never quite matches the world around you? Let's keep exploring. You might see yourself more clearly in what's coming next. Bipolar NOS. When doctors aren't sure yet. Sometimes a doctor knows something's going on, but the symptoms don't fit neatly into type 1, 2, or cyclothymia. That's when they might diagnose bipolar not otherwise specified, NOS. It's like a placeholder. It doesn't mean your doctor's guessing. It means they're being cautious and observing over time. Diagnosis is a process, not a one-time label. Rapichiklin. When the mood shifts fast. This specifier gets added when someone experiences 4 or more mood episodes in a year, but many experience even more. These fast mood shifts can happen within days or even hours. It's emotionally exhausting, confusing, and hard for loved ones to keep up. But knowing it's part of the illness helps us talk about it and manage it better. Bipolar with psychotic features. When reality warps. This one's serious. During extreme manic or depressive episodes, some people lose touch with reality. That can mean delusions, thinking you're famous, chosen by God, or being watched. Can even lead to hallucinations. It's important to say, not all people with bipolar experience this, and when they do, it's usually temporary. But the media often fixates on this part, which feeds stigma. Anxious distress. When anxiety joins the party. This specifier is added when anxiety becomes a dominant feature of bipolar episodes. Think frequent panic attacks, racing thoughts, and restlessness that just won't quit. It doesn't mean you have generalized anxiety disorder. It just means anxiety is a key part of your bipolar experience. If anxiety is always tagging along with your mood shifts, you're not alone. Let's pause and talk about one of the most difficult parts of bipolar disorder. Mixed episodes. This is when your emotions feel like a whirlwind. You're depressed and manic at the same time. Yes, both. And it's exhausting. Imagine this. You're crying, hopeless, and emotionally shut down, but your mind won't stop racing. Or maybe you're irritable, angry, pacing the room with anxious energy, but deep inside, you feel completely broken. That's mixed mania, sometimes also called dysphoric mania. For many people, this is the most distressing and dangerous part of bipolar disorder because the combination of despair and agitation can lead to impulsive, harmful decisions. This isn't just moodiness. This is emotional chaos that demands compassion, support, and medical care. Ever felt like your body and brain were in two completely different emotional states at once? You're not alone, and there's more ahead to help make sense of it. Phew, that was a lot, right? If you're still with us, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Learning about the 8 different types and specifiers of bipolar disorder isn't just about knowledge, it's about understanding. It's about saying, hey, this makes sense now. If today's episode helped you feel seen or validated, please don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode. You never know who might need these words today. And remember, what we share here is for informational purposes only. Your mental health journey is unique, and it's essential to continue working with licensed professionals to get the support and care you deserve. Bipolar is not your identity. It's just one part of your story. And here on Bipolar Talks, we're here to walk with you one mindful conversation at a time. Take care of your mind, your heart, and your rest. Until next time, stay well, stay aware, and stay connected.